Hey folks, welcome to Burl Sports. We'll get rolling here in just a second after make sure the stream's coming through all right. Feel free to interact in the chat. Looks like we're good on YouTube and Facebook. Good deal. Let's see, don't think if you would, feel free to interact in the chat. Let me know that's working all right. And it is 9 o'clock here in the Central Time Zone, so we'll go ahead and get rolling. I'll do a quick rundown of how I do things, and we'll get started. Hey, Brent. So tonight we've got our post-war mega mixer break. So this is our biggest mixer break so far, I think, if memory serves. So 350 spots, a handful of graded cards, mostly raw, um, all Hall of Famers or stars, including some multiplayer cards like league leaders and whatnot. So in our mixer breaks, I put a checklist with every single card in the break. So you can see that on the listing, and I detailed the condition of every single card. So you knew exactly what you're getting into, and then 350 spots. We sold 349, gave one away. What's up, Skip? He misspells a lot. Congrats to Tillman Clark on Instagram for winning that free spot in tonight's break. So do follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Get in on that free spot giveaway for every break that's got 100 spots or more. And so what we'll do is we'll randomize this list here in a minute for a number of times we'll determine shortly. Then we'll paste that randomized list right next to our checklist. The checklist will be set, so we don't randomize the checklist at all. And we'll paste that list of names right next to the checklist, so whoever's name comes out of the randomizer in spot number 1 gets Ted Williams. Whoever comes out spot number 3 gets Hank Aaron, and so on. Now, these are initially in kind of year order until we get to the oddball sets at the end, and then those are just kind of all over the place. What's up, Matt? So as you can see, I've got some cards bolded in this checklist. Those will be the ones that I show you on the broadcast. The ones that are not are, I won't show you. So yeah. Um, we also I won't read through all 350 names. What I will do is we'll scroll through kind of slowly as we show the hits, and then I'll post up a full list as soon as we're done. All right, so we got a few people in the chat. Appreciate y'all. So the way we'll determine how many cards or how many times we randomize this list is will be by putting a number in the chat. So let's do a big one, a big number on this one. So somewhere between 9 and 14, including 9 and 14, between and including 9 and 14. Third number in the chat will be the one that we go with. And 1, 2, 3, spider. All right, so we'll randomize this one 11 times. What's up, Steven? All right. We do use, so we'll randomize this 11. Appreciate those of you hopping in, give us a number. So we use random.org's list randomizer. All right. So we'll take this list. Copy. Paste. All right. Good luck. Again, 11 times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, so we got Daniel on top, Angelo on bottom. See how it shakes out. All right, so I'll make this a little smaller, this a little bigger. Of course, you're going to see the first few hits right off the bat. Nothing I can really do about that. All right, first up, Ted Williams. SGC 2.5 here on the 51 Ted. Goes to Daniel Rauer. Love the artwork on the 51 Bowman. Really all the Bowmans. All the tops. Who am I kidding? I'm just a sucker for these vintage cards. So nice hit, Daniel. Then we got another Daniel, Daniel Brickner, getting the 51 Bowman Whitey Ford. What's up, Greg? Good to see you in the chat, man. So Ford is notoriously tough. Card number 1 in the set. Hank Aaron goes to Alan Stewart. PSA 1 here on the Aaron, of course, low grade example, but Aaron's are getting increasingly tucked away in collections. It's a nice one to add to your collection, Alan. '55 Bowman Mantle, PSA 1 goes to Kevin Young. Of course, the old TV design. And a 56 Koufax, SGC 3 goes to Joseph Cerullo. So nice VG example there on the 56 Koufax. Again, if you're just tuning in, we are just showing select hits. I think I've pulled out, I don't know, 60 or so cards, 50, 60, somewhere in there. So we won't look through, I won't read all of them, so I will just kind of scroll as we go. Stan the Man, 1959, goes to Doug Mazeppa. With Roger Maris coming in next to Michael Orzechowski. Sparky Anderson, rookie, goes to Jordan Sachs. And then Ernie Banks goes to Barton Durham. You can see even the cards we're skipping over are some pretty big name Hall of Famers, so lots of goodness to go around in this mixer. Makes it pretty fun. Gene Longbreak gets Hank Aaron, the 59. And then I've got a trio of Frank Robinsons in this one. So you can see varying condition on these, but the VGEX example goes to Keith Campbell. So that's this one here on top. You can see little corner wear. You got the EX example. Actually, I have those backwards, my bad. Yeah, so still mild corner wear on both of them. But we got VGEX going to Keith Campbell, and more of an EX example going to Eric Sutherland, and then a VG example going to Jordan Sachs. Speaking of Robinsons, got Brooksy, goes to William Bender. Then Ed Matthews goes to Stephen Bauman. And some of these, are going to run wider than the cell, but all the conditions are listed on the break page, and they'll be listed on the list I post up afterward as well. So, Harmon Killebrew goes to Rich Anton. Killebrew there's a high number in 59, so a little tougher than average. Got several 61s that we'll look at here in a moment. Jordan Sachs coming up big in this one. Nice hit there with the Maris. Little mark there. I don't know if you can tell on the webcam, but Willie Mays goes to Greg Edelman. Yaz goes to Jeffrey Kearns. Yaz, star, little rookie star there. Mickey Mantle, card number 300, 55th card in our break, goes to Barton Durham. Roberto Clemente goes to Steven Strauss. Of course, the 61 set's got the little MVP subset. So Willie Mays out of that one goes to Edwin Pastrana. Whitey Ford, all-star high number, goes to Joseph Cerullo. All right, we got a few 62s to look at as well. Pair of Ernie Banks cards. Go to Greg and Sarah Mello and Nicholas Frank. Then Stan Musial. Goes to Hunter Peel. Nice VGEX Mickey Mantle 1962 tops. Goes to Michael Orzechowski. Of course, the wood grain borders show wear really easily, but this is a nice mid-grade crease-free Mantle. Now Maris blasting his 61st homer. Goes to Ralph Irish. Then Frank Robinson goes to Doug Blevins. Then Mantle All-Star goes to Brent Combs. Got a handful of 63s to look at as well. See, we got a few leader cards throughout. So Yaz goes to Jordan Sachs. Jordan, huge break, man. Roger Maris goes to Mike Adeletto. Bomber's Best goes to Michael Sardone. Ernie Banks, got 2 of those. First one goes to Cole Sickley. And Andrew Rem. Bob Gibson goes to Zachary Nelson. Okay, got some 64s here. NL pitching leaders with Koufax, Marichal, Spahn leading the way. That goes to Barton Durham. Couple of Ernie Banks here. This first one's pretty crispy, but it is a little miscut. Goes to Troy Golombisky. The next one's BGEX going to Andrew Rem. Oh, there's a third one. Which? So there are actually 4 Ernie Banks. I'm only showing you 3. One in a little lesser condition goes to Joseph. And then one in good condition here goes to Chad Rasner. A little crease here. But other than that, nice presentation on it. Willie Mays goes to Joseph Cerullo. Big break for you too, Joseph. Killebrew goes to Al Godwin. Yaz goes to Hunter Peel. Then Brooks Robinson goes to Galen Oda. We got 3 Frank Robinsons in this one. So Edwin and Al get 1. And then this one, which is more of a VGEX example, goes to Rich Anton. Couple of McCoveys to show you. I can see one not pictured. Then this one goes to Keith Campbell. And this one goes to Greg Ritzer. We got Ron Santo going to Terry Kranz. couple more Santos not pictured. And on to some 65 tops. Of course, the 64 home run leaders with Killebrew, Powell, and Mantle. Goes to Rich Anton. Nice break for you too, Rich. Right, we got a couple of Joe Morgan rookie cards. First up, we got Cole Sickley. And then Jeff DiMatteo. So Cole's got this one. That's VGEX range. And then this one's more fair condition. Going to Jeff. So you can see the pretty heavy crease there with a little edge wear. But nice Hall of Fame rookie card. One of my favorite Brooks Robinson cards is the 65. Goes to Barton Durham. And Willie Mays goes to Chad Rasner. Sandy Koufax goes to Al Godwin. Bob Gibson goes to William Bender. And, oops, hit my camera there, sorry about that. Then Yaz goes to Greg Ritzer. I think I just got a few 66s I'm going to show. A couple of Willie Mays. Brian Yacker gets one of them. Michael Orzechowski gets another. Pete Rose goes to Gerard. And then another Pete Rose goes to Chris Marzullo. We got the 66 Yaz going to Jordan Sachs. And then Whitey Ford goes to Daniel Brickner. Daniel Jacob Brickner. So we are halfway through. That's our 175th spot right here in front of us. Got a couple of 67s we'll look at, although there are a decent number of 67s in here. So just kind of scroll through here a little bit. See there, we've got Steve Carlton, goes to Michael Wolff. Willie Mays goes to Michael Orzechowski. Got a few 68s we'll look at. A couple of Tom Seavers. Of course, Seavers' first single player card. So Timothy Henry gets this one here, which is kind of VGEX condition. And Daniel Rauer It's this one, which is a little more off center, a little worse condition. Oh, Willie Mays goes to Scott Sharding. And the Mays got a little paper loss on the back, which is why the low grade, even though it presents nicely. All right. There is Nolan Ryan. Goes to Matthew Piscatella. So SGC3 here on the Ryan Koosman rookie. Then one more 68 we'll look at is K-Line. Of course, there are a few K-Lines in the break. This one in particular goes to Matthew Pottle. All right, got some 69s. So we got Clemente goes to Michael Wolf. Hank Aaron goes to Nathan Shelton. Pete Rose goes to Scott Hermanson. Yaz goes to Troy Golombiski. And K-Line goes to Matthew Piscatella. Let's see, we got 3 Tom Seavers. That should be good fun. Of course, always tough skipping past Hall of Famers like these, but got 2 in a break like this. So this first Tom Seaver, let's see, actually I think I got them out of order. Yep. So this is the first Tom Seaver. EX condition goes to Angelo. Nice Seaver. Then we got VG condition goes to Matthew Heidel. In good condition goes to Edwin Pastrana. See that little wrinkle there through the center. Do have a few cards from the 70s we'll look at. One of those is this Tom Seaver, which goes to Jordan Sachs. Jordan hitting home runs or slam dunks in this break. Sorry, couldn't resist with the Jordan name, you know. Several Seavers in here, though, as you can see. 72 Yaz goes to Mike Heffelfinger. And Willie Mays goes to Jordan. Massive break for you, man. See, here is our free spot. So Tillman Clark, you'll get the 1972 Topps Frank Robinson, which is card number 100. The 72 Clemente goes to John Bullheller. And 73 Gibson goes to Cole Sickley. Got the 75 Hank Aaron goes to Mike Heffelfinger. Then the last little section in the break is more odds and ends. So we've got some postcards, got Decollage. So I'll show you a few of those. So we got Pete Rose, goes to Jared Slater. Roberto Clemente goes to Scott Smith. And then a second Clemente goes to Ralph Irish. Like the Decollage cards, I like the black and white photography on them. Good stuff. Let's see, got a scratch off some 68 Topps game cards. So Clemente again goes to Al Godwin. Pete Rose goes to Jennifer Manos. Oh, I meant to pull the Santo. It doesn't look like I did. Bummer, I don't have the rest of the cards here with me. But the top stand-ups are pretty cool. And that Santo goes to Josh Pittman. Then we got some Topps embossed cards, which are always fun. You know, the nice embossing. And this Bob Gibson goes to Al Godwin. I actually described it in the listing as VG, which was a mistake. So I'm going to have to replace this one because it's actually got some marking on the back, which is kind of faint, and I just missed it when I was going through the first time. So I'll have to replace that one for you, Al. And then another embossed Gibson goes to Angelo. All right, well, that will do it for the post-war mixer. Appreciate everybody buying in. This coming week we've got a pre-war mixer, so lots of good. Maybe I shouldn't call it pre-war mixer. We should call it 40s and older because I do have some 1948 Leaf in there, maybe a few other 40s cards that are after the war, but lots of pre-war cards too with tobacco, caramel, Gaudies, so good stuff coming up this week. Also, since that'll be kind of a smaller break just because of the price point per card, total value, we're also going to do a smaller 88 Fleer basketball break. I think those will be $7.50 a spot, so that'll be a good break as well. So do those same time on Friday. They'll be available for purchase at 4 p.m. Central Time, and then we'll break those on Sunday night. So appreciate everybody. Hope you all have a great rest of your Sunday evening. Get these sorted and shipped out to you over the course of the week. And we'll see you again next weekend. This is Burl, signing off.